imagine the crowd is close to 5,000 here at Huntington North, and the opening tip is controlled by Norwell. On the perimeter, the ball knocked away, and it's stolen. Here comes Columbia City with Baxter. She sidesteps down to the basket, scores the layup. Columbia City takes an early 2-0 lead. A turnover that results in points. Now Salfrank tries a three from the left corner, and Macy Salfrank buries it to give Norwell the 3-2 advantage. 30 seconds of basketball, and already some offensive fireworks. Norwell comes away with a steal, and then they steal it back, and the ball eventually goes out of bounds, but there's a foul at midcourt called on
We've got a personal foul on the play on number 33.
Columbia City, and they call it on Addison Baxter. Just like this morning, she picks up an early foul. Norwell the ball with a 3-2 lead. Here's Rossworm. Rossworm, the crossover at the foul line, throws into the corner to Norris. Norris had it knocked away, tried to collect it. It goes out of bounds right in front of Coach Amy Shearer. She said it should be our ball, but it's not. It'll go to Norwell. 7:04 to play, first quarter, 3-2. Knights with the early advantage on a Macy Salfrank three-pointer. Rossworm on the right wing to Salfrank between the circles. Norris rotates it left side. Dale to Rossworm to Norris, flipping it to Salfrank. Salfrank throws it outside to Dale. Dale drives down the right side of the lane, gets cut off, and a bad pass up top, knocked away, but it goes to Salfrank. Salfrank on the dribble, left angle, outside to Norris. No shot clock in high school basketball. Oh, what a spin move by Norris to evade her defender, and Norris finishes with the layup. And the Knights have scored 5 straight and lead at 5-2. Now Baxter attacking the basket down the right side of the lane and puts it up off the square. It is good for Addison Baxter. And it's a 5-4 Norwell lead, cut to 1. Full court pressure, and the Knights break it. Now they throw a pass from the middle of the lane. Green's pass deflected and stolen. Columbia City comes up with yet another steal. Baxter on the outside, Ziliak. Baseline to Holler, and Holler had it knocked away. It went out of bounds on the baseline and stays Columbia City basketball. 5:58 to play. We're in the opening quarter. Norwell leads at 5-4, but Columbia City a chance to take the lead, inbounding the ball under their own basket. And they force a pass to Baxter, who's triple teamed under the basket, and it's stolen. And then Norris gets tripped up in midcourt by Baxter, and that is her second personal foul. 2 minutes and 8 seconds in the game. And Baxter has to sit down, and she is pleading with Coach Amy Shearer to let her stay in the game. But 2 fouls in the first 2:08. No risk taken here. And she will sit down. And that's just one where the feet kind of crossed up. Baxter got a little too close and tripped up Norris. Pass down low. Green missed from underneath. Got too far under the basket. And followed by Vanessa Rossworm is short. And the rebound to Columbia City. Eagles front court. Conkle, bounce pass down low under the basket to Holler, and she goes up and gets fouled. And Tora Holler is going to shoot free throws on the Norwell foul. The foul on the Knights is on Macy Salfrank. It's her first, team's first. 5:29 to play, quarter number 1. And at the line, Holler a chance to tie, and does on the first free throw. It's 5-5.
Successful on the free throws and ready for the second.
And now Tora Holler, the 5'8 junior, with a chance to put Columbia City on top. Count it. 6-5 Eagles. 1-2-2, full court press. Rossworm. Front court, it goes to Norris, left wing. Into the corner to Salfrank, up top to Rossworm. Rossworm drives to the foul line, back to the basket, throws in the corner to Norris. Her three, too strong. Offensive rebound goes to Jada Dale. She dribbles out of trouble to the left corner, now dribbles up top, sends it back to Rossworm. Just inside the arc from the left baseline. It's good from 15 feet for Vanessa Rossworm, and you can flip the score again. The Knights back on top, 7-6. Under 5 minutes left, quarter number 1. Conkle on the wing. Ziliak, three, and it's short. And the rebound right into Green's face for Norwell. She pulls it away, but had it tied up, and now the arrow points to Columbia City, and they'll get the ball.
Out of bounds to the Eagles.
4:39 left. We're in the first quarter. It is 7-6. Norwell the lead. Columbia City to inbound under their own basket, and Addison Baxter has returned.
Isabel.
Baxter inbounds. Tonko makes the catch, left block. And as she goes up, she gets fouled. And Anissa Tonko is going to go to the free throw line to shoot a pair for the Columbia City Eagles with a chance to tie and perhaps put her team ahead. 4:37, first quarter. 7-6 Norwell. And Columbia City with Tonko at the line. Good on the first. We're tied up 7 apiece.
Personal foul was on Addison Norris.
The Knights foul was on Addison Norris, her first. And Columbia City reclaims the lead on a 2-for-2 trip to the line by Anissa Tonko. 8-7. Eagles over the Knights. Ross Worm on the ring. Norris thought about a three, didn't take it. Flips the pass into the corner where it's deflected and out of bounds off of the hands of Columbia City's Tora Holler. Norwell will inbound near the corner. One step up the sideline. Into the lineup for Norwell, Isabella Swineford. Inbound, Saul Frank hands to Rossworm. Rossworm dribbles right to left around the arc. Now centers it, drives it, and at the basket had it stripped away right out of her hands by Tora Holler. It went out of bounds, last touch by Holler. But Rossworm denied as she tried to get to the basket. It'll be an inbound for Norwell. Under their basket, they trail by one. Rossworm the trigger. Bounces the pass into Swineford in the corner. Salfrank, three on the way. Misses off to the left. Offensive rebound, Dale, but her putback with the left hand, Wild. And it missed everything. And here comes Columbia City. Transition, lead pass to a driving Isabella Knitter, and she lays it in, and the Eagles go up by 3. 10-7. Columbia City. Norwell front court. Saul Frank on the left wing takes it up top and then skips it on the far side. A three attempt, no good by Waldman, and the rebound to Columbia City. And again, they'll push in the front court. It is Tonko, three from the left wing, too strong. Rebound on the weak side taken by Norwell's Macy Salfrank. Salfrank. Lead pass to Dale. Dale dribbles into the foul line, into the paint, and up top to Rossworm. Rossworm sets up for a three from the top of the key. It rims out, and the rebound goes to Columbia City, and a foul is called on Isabella Swineford. Not on the rebound, but once the rebound was collected, it was a reach-in by Swineford that got whistled. It's her first foul, third on the team with 3:26 to play in the first quarter. Columbia City 10, Norwell 7. Addison Baxter with two early fouls, throws baseline. Holler back to Baxter on the wing. Could have shot it, didn't. Now she'll skip the pass left side to Ziliak. Foul line to Baxter. Baxter drives, splits defenders, puts it up with the left hand on the scoop, no good. And the rebound to Waldman of Norwell. Midcourt, it's Rossworm. Vanessa Rossworm, top of the key. Drives, right side of the lane. Stops, spins, pops it from 8 feet, and it's no good again. Another tough start for Rossworm. Same thing happened earlier today. Only 2 points in the first half, and Norwell comes away with a steal. Here comes the Knights, and Columbia City gets back defensively. 10-7. Columbia City the lead. Norwell in the front court. Corner three. Salfrank, count it for Macy Salfrank. That ties the score at 10. 2-1-2. Zone defense for Norwell. Long skip pass. Corner. It's Tonko. Her three. Off the mark. And the rebound goes to Addie Norris. Here comes Norris. And Norris at midcourt got stripped from behind by Knitter of Columbia City. Long lead pass underneath. Tonko tries the reverse layup and missed. Hit the bottom of the rim, and here comes Norwell back the other way. A three from the right wing. Counted for Ashley Waldman. 13 16-10. Norwell reclaims the lead with 1:50 and the clock running. Lob pass down low, goes over the top of the defense, and a kick out. Holler is the one open for three, came up short. Rebounds on the deck, and it's pulled out of there by Norris. Norris had it poked away, and it belongs to Norwell. 1:39 on the clock, still in the first quarter. Norwell leads it 13-10 over the Columbia City Eagles. A jam-packed Huntington North High School, filled all the way to the top, on the verge of going standing room only. Great support for both of these teams. Here's Rossworm in the front court for Norwell. Saul Frank on the left wing, stops, gives it to Rossworm just inside the arc. Up top, Saul Frank, quick catch and shoot. Saul Frank buries another three. 16-10. It's a 9-point run on three triples by Norwell, and they lead it by 6 with just over a minute left in the opening quarter. A lob pass to the corner deflected away by Dale, but it goes out of bounds, so Columbia City keeps the basketball. They'll inbound right in front of the Norwell bench. Tora Holler is back on the floor, and will give Anissa Tonkel a bit of a breather for Columbia City. Baxter to half court, where it is Knitter. Gives to Hurdle. Hurdle tried to throw a bounce pass through traffic down low, and it got intercepted. And then contact from behind against Dale as she dribbled across the timeline, and that's a foul. And the fans from Columbia City don't like it, but it's going to be another foul. And it is on Hurdle. Leah Hurdle, 5'6" senior, picks up her first foul, third on the team here in the quarter. And Norwell with the ball, up by 6. Rossworm drives, dumps it off, last second to Green, and Green goes up and has her shot rejected from the left block, out of bounds. 47.9 seconds, first quarter, 16-10, Norwell. Lady Knights inbound under their own basket. Dale with the trigger, throws the inbound to Rossworm. Rossworm, bounce pass to Saul Frank. Another three? No, not this time. Rebound tipped twice, finally out of bounds, and it belongs to Columbia City. 40 seconds to play in the opening quarter, and the Knights 16-10 over the Eagles. Columbia City gets the ball in the backcourt as Anissa Tonkel is checked back in, replacing Claudia Strack on the court for about a minute. Baxter, double team. Gets the pass over to the wing. In the corner, Tonkel, three is an air ball. Rebound underneath goes to Norwell with 24 seconds and a 6-point lead. What will Norwell do? Will they play it down? No shot clock, high school basketball. On the dribble, it is Williamson giving it off to Jada Dale, and she is bumped, and that is another foul on Anissa Tonkel. That might be her first. But again, a bump on the perimeter with Columbia City playing very aggressive. First foul on Tonkel, but the fourth on the team. There's 12.6 seconds left in our first quarter. Norwell inbounds. Inbound pass goes to the backcourt. Dale on the wing to Green, up top to Rossworm. Down to 6. Rossworm, top of the key triple. Bullseye! Vanessa Rossworm from distance. 19-10, a 12-point run for Norwell, and that will end the first quarter. The Knights on fire from behind the arc, and they lead it 19-10 after 1. Our second quarter comes up next. It's the Class 3A Semi-State Championship game presented by Parkview Sports Medicine on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. It is SRO at Huntington North High School as the Columbia City Eagles take on the Norwell Lady Knights. And after one quarter of play, the Knights lead at 19-10, and they get to start with the basketball here in the second quarter. A pass to the wing, and right in front of me, Saul Frank actually got a hand on it and it went off her out of bounds, but the official gives it to Norwell. Nobody seems to be complaining, but I had a pretty good view of it. Here's Rossworm, foul line, backing in. Up top, it goes to Norris. Norris on the wing to Solfrank. She's been the hot hand. Solfrank to Dale in the corner. Dale up top. Norris a three, and no good. Long rebound goes to Columbia City's Leah Hurdle. Lead pass to Baxter. Baxter double team, so it goes back outside to Hurdle. Left wing, Hurdle cuts down the lane, gets the catch, and lays it in. Leah Hurdle, who at one point, this was her home court, then she transferred to Columbia City. And she scores to make it 19-12. And then a strip. It's stolen away by Tora Holler of Columbia City, and the Eagles quickly in the front court. Tonkel up top to Baxter. Baxter skips it left side to Hurdle, back to Baxter. Baxter on the left wing, where Kidd gives it up to Hurdle. Now Tonkel back to Hurdle, top of the key. Tried to throw it down low, and Norris read it. Stepped right into the passing lane into midcourt. Norris gets tied up, throws it away. Columbia City the steal. Baxter flips it to Hurdle for the layup, and it's 19-14, and Eric Thornton's going to take a timeout. He senses the run, and with a huge Columbia City crowd in the building, he doesn't want the Eagles to pick up any more momentum. A timeout with 6:25 left, second quarter. It's Norwell 19, Columbia City 14 on the high school basketball game of the week. 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. 6:25 on the clock in the second quarter. Norwell has a 19-14 lead over Columbia City in this all NE8 Class 3A semi-state. Norwell the ball. Rossworm dribbles toward the left wing. Little crossover. Now a drive down the middle of the lane all the way to the basket. Put it up too strong, but on the weak side, a rebound put back by Olivia Green finds the cup. 21-14, 7-point lead for the Knights. On the perimeter, Tonkel, high left. Throws it right side to Hurdle. They're trying to find the holes in this 2-1-2 zone. Tonkel goes high post to Baxter, who flashed at the foul line, and a reach in from behind is a Norwell foul. Called on Olivia Green, a 5'11 sophomore for Norwell.
Olivia Green, it'll be Eagles ball on the baseline.
So Columbia City inbounds, and underneath the basket, they get the inbound to Holler, but she couldn't handle it, and it ends up all the way outside the arc. Columbia City still with possession, with Baxter on the dribble, gets a screen from Holler, skips it left side, Tonkel to Holler, top of the key. Three ball is good by Tora Holler, and it's down to a 4-point Norwell lead, 21-17. A 7-2 run to start the second from Columbia City. Solfrank at the foul line, goes outside to Green. Green backs down. Actually, this is Waldman outside to Jada Dale, and as she goes to drive, she is held by Olivia Kidd, and that's going to be a Columbia City foul, and moans and groans from the fans every time the Eagles get whistled for a foul, but you can't put two hands out and hold up the offensive player. 5:17, second quarter, 21-17, a 4-point lead for Norwell, who inbounds the ball from the foul line extended. Vanessa Rossworm, top of the key, sets up, shoots a three, and rims it. Little short on that triple for Rossworm, and Columbia City the rebound in the front court. Up top, Holler. All the way far left side, baseline drive Baxter. She's double teamed, has to fight to get a pass out of the double team, and gets it to Holler, top of the key, and her three is an air ball, goes out of bounds under the basket and belongs to Norwell. 4:52 to play, second quarter. Norwell a 21-17 lead. Dale on the perimeter. Green Solfrank to Rossworm. Rossworm drives right side of the lane, and as she tries to force up a shot, had it blocked, but went right back to her, and Rossworm puts it in on the second try. 23-17. Knights extend their lead. Baxter from the elbow throws down to the left block, and it's knocked away from Isabella Knitter, but it was knocked away off Knitter out of bounds. It's turnover. Norwell will get it with a 23-17 lead. Almost halfway through our second quarter. Rossworm running the point into the front court. Stops at the elbow. Throws outside right to Waldman. Or is this Green? They look a lot alike. It's Waldman to Solfrank to Rossworm. Rossworm from the right wing into the paint. Picking the corner to Dale. She'll dribble up the arc all the way to the top of the key. Now down the right side of the lane and get cut off. Passes outside to Rossworm. Rossworm outside to Waldman. Waldman dribbles back to the basket. Reaching in, Addison Baxter tried to poke it away from the blind side. She's got whistled for a third foul. Baxter tried to sneak in from the blind side of Ashley Waldman. And when Waldman then went to spin that direction, a little bit of a collision, and they called a foul on Baxter. And Addison Baxter has to sit with 3 first-half fouls and still 3:49 to play. Inbound. On a nice inbound, they got it to Rossworm for a left-handed layup, and she shot it too strong. Rebound goes to Columbia City. All the way over the top of the defense to Hurdle. She'll bounce it to Kidd. Outside Tonkel. Now on the left wing where it's Knitter shooting a three. It's no good. But Knitter went and got her own miss. Columbia City a reset. Eagles down by 6 with the ball. Knitter on a backdoor cut. You got Hurdle under the basket. Tried to put up a reverse layup. Had it partially blocked. And coming out of there with it, Olivia Green of Norwell. Rossworm brings it across the timeline on the dribble to the right wing. And the pass to Waldman. Waldman will center the circles and then throw left side to Solfrank. Solfrank goes up top. Gives to Rossworm. Open look for a three. Nothing but the bottom of the cup for Vanessa Rossworm on that triple. And Norwell's back up 9. 26-17 and timeout Columbia City. Happy to navigate the rest of this half without their star Addison Baxter, who is sitting with 3 personal fouls. With 2:54 to play before halftime. Norwell 26, Columbia City 17. You're listening to the Class 3A Semi-State Championship from Huntington North High School, presented by Parkview Sports Medicine on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. With Norwell leading at 26-17, just under 3 minutes left in our first half, the Eagles bring it into the front court. The pass to the wing deflected out of bounds, so Columbia City inbounds it to Anissa Tonkel near midcourt. They'll come up, double her, and then poke it away. Ball free. Solfrank comes away with it, but she was on her knee when she got control, and then she got to her feet to make the pass. And once you're down, you cannot get up. And that is a travel on Solfrank. Made a good defensive play to strip it away, but once you go down to get the ball and you've got knees on the ground, you cannot get to your feet with possession. Pass down low where it's Hurdle from the right block. Tried to bounce it across the paint, but it was wide of the target and goes out of bounds. So a turnover for Columbia City gives it right back to Norwell. We're in the last 2 minutes and 20 seconds of our first half. 26-17, Norwell looking for a double-digit advantage. Solfrank shoots the three and rims it out. Rebound Columbia City's Olivia Kidd. In the backcourt, gives to Tonkel. Tonkel just across the timeline, picks up the bounce. Again, pinned in a bad spot. Finds Hurdle. Down low, the pass goes to Holler, and Holler misses a little jump hook. Rebound Norwell. Rossworm gets all the way into the middle of the lane. Kicks it out where Waldman has a look at a three and misses. Rossworm offensive rebound. They double her, and that leaves Olivia Green wide open right in front of the rim. She'll lay it in. And it's 28-17. Norwell goes up by 11. Knitter outside to Hurdle. Hurdle drives. Had it knocked away, but it's going to be a reach-in foul called on the Norwell Knights. That'll be the second team foul here in the quarter. And the foul is on Olivia Green, her second. So Green will sit down. They'll bring Isabella Swineford into the game.
It will be Eagles ball.
Also into the game is Haley Williamson. Inbound Columbia City. Holler steps outside the three-point line, won't shoot it. Now it's around the perimeter to Hurdle, right wing. She slips to a knee, keeps the dribble active. Hurdle splits defenders, drops it down low. Bucket for Claudia Strack, and a foul on Norwell. A chance at a three-point play for Columbia City's Claudia Strack. She did that on multiple occasions in the early game, and now off the bench, the 5'11 sophomore has a chance to complete a huge three-point play for the Eagles. Missed the free throw. 28-19. The score remains. Just over a minute left in the second quarter. Solfrank dribbles around the arc, left to right, and then hands it off. Waldman to Rossworm. Rossworm from the foul line, outside to Waldman. Pass left wing. Solfrank backs down to the low block and then bounces it outside the three-point arc, where Waldman drives in, spins, and lays the bucket in. 30-19. 11-point advantage back for Norwell. And the steal on a pass. It's a lead pass to Rossworm. It's one-on-one to the basket. Big shot fake on the jump stop. And that got Holler to bite, and then Rossworm lays it in. It's the biggest lead for Norwell, 32-19 with 26 seconds. Up top, Hurdle. Remember, Columbia City was down 6 when Baxter picked up her third foul. The lead is now 13. Pass down low, 10 seconds left. Up top, Kidd to Knitter. Back to Kidd, down to 5 seconds. Hurdle, right corner, Holler, 3. No good. Rebound, Solfrank, and there's the horn ending our first half. And Norwell takes advantage of Addison Baxter being in foul trouble. And Norwell has a 32-19 lead over the Columbia City Eagles as the two teams head to their respective locker rooms here at halftime. Well, that first half obviously impacted greatly by the absence of Addison Baxter. Picked up 2 very early fouls in the first 2 minutes of play. Sat for a couple of minutes, and then Coach Shearer decided to put her back in. But about halfway through the second quarter, she picked up her third foul, and that seemed to trigger a run for Norwell, who led by 6 at the time. And they've got a 13-point lead now at halftime, and they've held Columbia City, a team that scores 61 points per game and had 74 against Norwell in their head-to-head meeting during the regular season, to just 19 first-half points. 32-19 is our halftime score. Coming up here at the half, we're going to hear from IHSA Commissioner Paul Neidig. It's our Commissioner's Corner, and it's the Commissioner being joined by Bob Lovell, who you hear for Indiana Sports Talk on Friday nights. And then we're going to come back, and we've got 16 more minutes to decide who heads to Indianapolis next week to compete for a 3A state title. It's been exciting basketball all day here at Huntington North. And don't count out Columbia City. The Eagles will not be done, and they will not make this easy on Norwell, regardless of what our first half score reflects. 32-19. Norwell the lead over the Columbia City Eagles here at the break. And we will take our halftime timeout and turn it over to the commish. You're listening to high school basketball, the Class 3A state, semi-state championship, live from Huntington North High School. It's being presented by Parkview Sports Medicine on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. It is halftime here at Huntington North High School. The winner will move on to a state championship next week in Indianapolis. And right now, Norwell leads it over Columbia City, 32-19. A good one going on at Frankfort in Class 4A. As the Hamilton Southeastern Royals with a undefeated record, and the Warsaw Tigers with just 1 loss on the season. They're tied 53 apiece with 2:50 remaining in the game. That game started at 7:30. Columbia City the ball in the corner. Kidd shoots a three. No good. Offensive rebound underneath to Tonkel. Tonkel triple teamed and had it poked out of her hands. And it goes to Norwell. Knights to Rossworm. Top of the key. Drives, spins, back to the basket, throws up top to Solfrank. Solfrank takes the left side of the lane and then gets cut off. Outside to Norris, flips to Rossworm. Rossworm, foul line, outside to Solfrank. Spinning in the paint. Turns over her shoulder, takes the short jumper. It's no good, and the rebound goes to Columbia City. Baxter sends it on the wing where it is Ziliak, a three. No good, but another offensive rebound for Tonkel. A reset. Baxter drives, and she gets held up as she dribbled right into traffic, and a reach-in foul called on Norwell. The foul is the third on Olivia Green.
Number 12 for the Knights, Olivia Green.
Checking some other scores.
On the baseline.
In 3A in the South, Greensburg is up on Roncalli 33-27 at the half. And the winner here will take on the winner of that game. Here's Baxter, a hard drive, splits defenders, missed the layup, went after the rebound and almost fouled. She's got three, remember, that she picked up in the first half. Still 32-19. Norris to Dale. Dale takes it through the foul lane all the way to the right side of the free throw line and then gives outside to Rossworm. A three is good for Vanessa Rossworm, and it is a 16-point lead for Norwell. 35-19. Ziliak outside to Baxter. She'll try to answer. Her three is good. 35-22, and it's a layup for Solfrank. No, got her own miss and put it up too strong the second time. A third try by Swineford misses, but she gets it again. And on the fourth attempt, Norwell finally gets the bucket from Isabella Swineford. 37-22. Pass to the wing, where Tonkel kicks it up high to Ziliak. Back to Tonkel. Tonkel's going to give a shot fake, a drive, a step through, and as she goes up with a shot at the bucket, she tried to scoop it up and got her arms clopped. And so Tonkel is going to shoot free throws. The foul is whistled on Vanessa Rossworm, picking up her first. Second on the team here in the quarter, and Tonkel at the free throw line, good on the first, 37-23, with 5:52 remaining in the third quarter.
Ready for the second.
And Tonkel's second nestles in. She got both free throws, 37-24. Norwell front court, Norris on the wing to Dale. Dale cut off up top by Tonkel. Dale backs in all the way down to the right block, up and under, and had the shot blocked, but they're going to call a foul on Tonkel. And we'll put Jada Dale to the free throw line to shoot two for Norwell. One other game of interest involving the Eastside Blazers. We'll try to get a score on that one as well. Another game in Class 4A. The South Semi-State. Pike has a 1-point lead over Lawrence North at the half. Dale makes the first of two, 38-24.
Number 10.
5:39 remaining in the third quarter. A chance to put her Norwell Knights up by 15. Yep. 39-24. Baxter brings it front court. Skips it to Ziliak. Tonkel to Ziliak. Baseline to Cora Holler. And Holler went to bounce it and went right off her leg out of bounds. Turnover. And Norwell will get it. They're up 15. Chance to get their biggest lead of the game. It's been as many as 16. A three from the right wing. That's no good for Waldman, but a fight for the rebound goes to Tora Holler of Columbia City. Now Baxter drives, dishes down low. Tonkel layup, good. Nice speed from Baxter. Drew the defense to the left side of the basket and then just lobbed it to the right side for an easy layup for Tonkel. 39-26. Rossworm a three, and it's off. But an offensive putback, no good from in close by Isabella Swineford. And this rebound to Addison Baxter in the corner. Tonkel got a look at a three. Got it! Anissa Tonkel for the Eagles makes it 39-29. 4.5 minutes left in the third, and with a timeout on the floor by Eric Thornton, we'll take a break. The Eagles not done yet. Norwell 39, Columbia City 29, and you're listening to the Class 3A Semi-State Championship presented by Parkview Sports Medicine on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. Back at Huntington North High School with 4:39 remaining in the third quarter. 10-point game. Norwell leads at 39-29 over the Columbia City Eagles, an all-NE8 battle. This assures the conference of having representation in the Class 3A state championship game next week, where they'll play the winner of Roncalli versus Greensburg. Norwell with the ball. Dale dribbles to the right side of the lane and lost it, but got it back. Gives it outside to Rossworm. In the corner, Saltrank. One dribble and a three, partially blocked, but underneath, Swineford got it, and then she tried to pass it to the corner, but there was nobody out there. She just expected a teammate to be out there as Swineford was pinned between two defenders, and the ball goes out of bounds, so it's a turnover for Norwell. Columbia City trying to get within single digits after trailing by as many as 16. Hurdle to Baxter. Baxter's going to try to do it herself and got blocked at the rim. On the rebound, Norwell had a pass deflected out of bounds off of Baxter. So Norwell has the ball in the backcourt. 3:59 to play in our third quarter. And Norwell leads at 39-29. Left wing, Salfrank to Rossworm. Up top to Dale. And a drive by Waldman. Cut off, left block. Outside the pass. Deflected away from Salfrank, but it goes right to Rossworm. Step back to the top of the key for Rossworm's off to the right. And another offensive rebound, Swineford. But she shot the follow too strong off the window. And then on this rebound, it's a tie-up. The arrow points to Norwell. And right now, Isabella Swineford, a 6-foot sophomore, just dominating on the glass. Columbia City, just a team that really doesn't have that true big. You look at their lineup, most of them 5'8", 5'9", but they don't have that 6-footer, and Swineford really taking advantage for Norwell. Here's Dale on the dribble through the lane, tried to scoop it up, and on the shot, she was fouled, and this might be on Baxter. Let's see who they call the foul on. I think they might have picked Holler. It's Tora Holler with the foul. Baxter still with 3. First foul on Holler. And to the line, Jada Dale shooting 2 with her team up 10. And the first one's good. 40-29. 3:26 on the clock, third quarter. Free throw number 2 for Dale is good. The 5'8 junior connects twice, an 83% free throw shooter on the season. And it's 41-29. Little mini run by Columbia City. Had gotten it down to 10 after it was as much as 16. It was a 13-point lead at the half. And there's a pass by Baxter stolen. Lead pass to Rossworm in transition. A flip to Salfrank, back to Rossworm. She takes the 3 from the right wing and got it. The lead is back up to 15 for Norwell. A 3-pointer for Vanessa Rossworm, and it's 44-29. We tick under 3 minutes left in the third. Hurdle from the left wing. High pass to Knitter. Back to Hurdle, left elbow. Down low, the pass to Holler, and she is tied up, and the arrow this time points to Columbia City.
Out of bounds to the Eagles.
Columbia City will inbound under their basket. They are down by 15 points with 2 minutes and 49 seconds left. Is this the final act for Addison Baxter in her high school career? Baxter has it, drives to the basket and the layup, and she came up short. Rebound goes to Rossworm of Norwell. Knights have never led by more than 16 points. They got a chance to top that, down up 15 right now with the ball. Norris from the right wing. Rossworm's open. Right corner. Three. No. Got a really good look. The rebound goes to Columbia City. Lead pass to Baxter. Baxter stops, pivots, throws up top. Hurdle thought about the three, fakes it, drives it, and had it stripped away, but it's a foul on Norwell. The foul is on Macy Solfrank. She picks up her second. Third on the team here in the quarter with 2:14 left. 44-29. Norwell the lead. Eagles inbound out of the basket with Anissa Tonkel taking the ball from the official. And the inbound goes in the corner to Kidd to Baxter. Baxter drives on Rossworm to the basket, puts it up with the right-handed layup, good. And then on the inbound, Baxter comes up with a steal, a one-person press, but then her pass is stolen back from Rossworm. Solfrank for three, and she missed it. Rebound, Columbia City. Tonkel gives it in the backcourt to Baxter, 44-31. And Baxter just threw a pass over the head of Isabella Knitter out of bounds toward the right corner. And that turns it over to Norwell, who leads by 13 points, right where they were at halftime. Both teams with 12 points here in the quarter. A minute 45, clock runs. Norwell trying to get to the state championship game, back-to-back seasons. Rossworm in the paint, spins, takes the shot, missed it, but there's going to be a foul called, and Columbia City fans not at all pleased with that call. They thought it was a clean block by Olivia Kidd. No, it's Baxter, and that is her fourth. They call it on Addison Baxter, and that even is reason for more displeasure from this Columbia City faithful that have packed this Huntington North gym, filling it to the rafters. Standing room only. At the line, Rossworm shooting two, and she missed the first. It has been a game highlighted by Addison Baxter being in foul trouble from the get-go. 2 fouls in the first 2 minutes. Had to sit a good portion of the first half, especially after picking up her third foul with over 4 minutes left before halftime. And the second free throw is good. Now a steal on full court pressure. To Rossworm, drives, left-handed runner up off the glass, no good. And on the rebound is tipped out of bounds, and it belongs to Columbia City. Last minute 21 of the third quarter. 45-31. Norwell leads. Tonkel to Hurdle, left wing. How long will Columbia City be able to play without Addison Baxter on the floor, down by 14 points? You got to think they want to get this down to at least 10 before they head to the fourth, and Baxter will probably return for the start of the fourth quarter. Hurdle dribbles center circle to Kidd. In the corner, Tonkel. Big three for Tonkel, and she missed it. Long rebound, though, is chased down by Hurdle of Columbia City. Low post to Kidd. Kidd fights up a shot. Looked like she might have got fouled. No whistle. Columbia City fans angry about that as the Eagles keep possession, and then the ball knocked out of bounds by Norwell, and it stays Columbia City ball. 46.5 seconds on the clock. Jada Dale is going to quickly check into the game for Ashley Waldman. 45-31, the Norwell lead. Columbia City inbounds, and it goes to the backcourt to Hurdle. Hurdle dribbles quickly to the arc. She'll be chased on a double team. Gets it off to Isabella Knitter. Now up high, they play catch parallel to the half-court stripe. 33 seconds. It is Hurdle dribbling to the right wing. She'll stop. She'll throw a foul line to Kidd. Kidd in the middle of the lane. Tried to put it up with the left hand. Had it partially blocked. And now a fight for the rebound. And it's two Norwell Knights fighting for it. And that'll result in a travel. Isabella Swineford and Addison Norris. Neither one was going to give an inch. But what they didn't realize was they were fighting a teammate. So Columbia City with 23 seconds gets to inbound it. Still a 14-point Eagles deficit. Inbound underneath the basket to Tonkel. She gives it right back to Kidd. Up top to Holler. Crossover in the lane, outside to Hurdle. Hurdle will try to split the defense, and reaching in and picking the pocket is Norris. She goes to the deck at midcourt and gets tied up. The arrow is pointing to Norwell. They'll have 8.9 seconds inbounding at midcourt. Norwell leads it 45 to 31. Inbound from midcourt. They'll go to Vanessa Rossworm. She's in the backcourt. She crosses the timeline at 6 seconds. 4 seconds. Rossworm, step back, triple on the way. Got it! What a way to end the quarter for Vanessa Rossworm, and the Norwell Knights are going crazy. Their biggest lead of the game, and it comes on a three-pointer at the horn to end the third. 48 to 31, the Knights taking advantage to the fourth quarter. That comes up next. You're listening to high school basketball, the Class 3A semi-state championship from Huntington North High School, presented by Parkview Sports Medicine on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. A 17-point lead for Norwell. Columbia City starts with the ball here in our fourth quarter. 48 to 31. And then Holler falling out of bounds, tried to throw it off Norwell, and it bounced off Norwell, off Holler, and right back to Norwell. The Knights have a possession, already leading it by 17. Rossworm, who hit the big three to end our third quarter. Top of the key. Little crossover, drive down the right side of the lane, and throws it back up top to Solfrank. Solfrank outside to Rossworm, left side. Dribbles baseline. Now skips it to the right corner, but the pass never made it. It was deflected out of bounds by Anissa Tonkel of Columbia City. Norwell will inbound right in the corner. 7:21 left. The Knights trying to get back-to-back trips to Indianapolis. Last year they came up short. Fell by 3 to Gibson Southern. Ended up the state runner-up. Can they go one step further? Down low, Norris. She'll go up and under and didn't get it. Holler just kind of stood her ground, and now the outlet for Columbia City to Baxter. She'll go all the way down the lane and miss the layup. And on the rebound, it's out of bounds off Columbia City. .709 to play. Still a 17-point Norwell lead. Rossworm runs the point, guarded by Olivia Kidd. Columbia City lined up in man-to-man. Pass to the wing. Dale dribbles to the foul line. Outside the pass to Rossworm. Rossworm just went to throw a pass up top. It's stolen by Tonkel, and a reach-in foul is called on Norwell. And the foul will be on Vanessa Rossworm, frustrated that her pass was stripped right out of her hand. So the turnover gives it to Columbia City with 6:48 left. Norwell Knights leading at 48 to 31 over the Columbia City Eagles. The winner will take on the winner of Greensburg-Roncalli, and we'll try to get an updated score for you on that one. Backdoor cut Kidd. The bounce pass from Baxter, not a good one. It's stolen underneath by Dale, but she's tied up by Kidd, and the arrow points to Norwell. Knights will get the ball with 6:37 left. Still 48 to 31. Rossworm in the backcourt. Man-to-man pressure from Olivia Kidd, but across the timeline, Rossworm comes with the dribble. And she gets held as she gets to the top of the key by Olivia Kidd, and that's going to be the first foul of the quarter called on Columbia City. It's the second of the game on Kidd. One thing about Rossworm as a point guard, very loose with the dribble, and Delta took advantage of it earlier and stripped her on that dribble, but she has a very loose, high dribble, far from her body and a lot of bounce. Well, Norwell couldn't get the inbound pass in, so they had to call a timeout. So we've got a break in the action here at Huntington North High School with 6:28 to play. It's Norwell 48, Columbia City 31. You're listening to the Class 3A Semi-State Championship presented by Parkview Sports Medicine on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. Checking an updated score from around the state Class 2A. 7:42 remains in the fourth quarter. And Rensselaer Central trying to end a magical season for the Eastside Blazers. They lead at 45-35, again with 7:42 left in a 2A semi-state championship game. Norwell leads at 48-31. And as Ashley Waldman set up for a three from the left wing, it was rejected out of bounds, so Norwell has to inbound from the baseline. Rossworm underneath to Saul Frank. Layup too strong, and the rebound tipped out of bounds, last touched by Olivia Green of Norwell. Columbia City's got to start a rally quickly, and Baxter will just pull it, shoot a three, and drop it to the bottom of the cup. 48-34, and that's what Columbia City needs. They need a quick flurry. They need this big crowd to get into it. Now they need a defensive stop. Saul Frank to Dale. Jada Dale dribbles all the way through right to left, and then a backdoor cut. Green outside finds Saul Frank, right corner three. It's no good. And the rebound goes to Baxter. Here comes Baxter, taking it coast to coast all the way to the basket. An up and under was blocked by Dale. It goes out of bounds, but it stays Columbia City ball. 48-34. Inbound under the basket for Columbia City with 5:46 left. Inbound thrown up top to Baxter. Baxter, little head and shoulder fake, now drives, and at the basket she's fouled. She's going to shoot 2 free throws. And they've got a choice on who this foul could be on, and they'll call it on Vanessa Rossworm. Picks up her second. Nope, they go with 33. That's Jada Dale, and it's her first. But it puts another 33 to the free throw line, and she missed. Columbia City can't really afford to leave points out there. They're down by 14 with 5:43 left. Addison Baxter, 24 in the game earlier today, and she's got the second free throw. 48-35. Norwell into the front court with a Rossworm dribble. Left wing gives it off to Saul Frank. Saul Frank will dribble all the way around the arc to the right side, then have the pass stolen. Here's Tonkel, one-on-one, down low, got to the block, but Dale stopped her. And now it's Baxter. Baxter a drive to the basket, goes up and gets fouled, and Baxter is going to get free throws. And with the clock stopped, Columbia City has a chance to cut into this 13-point Norwell lead. 5:22 left. 48-35. Knights over the Eagles. But back to the line, shooting 2, Addison Baxter. Good on the first. Baxter heading to Butler to play for Austin Parkinson and the Butler Bulldogs next year. And the second one is good. We're down to 11. It was as much as 17. It's a 6-point run here in the quarter for Columbia City. Vanessa Rossworm on the dribble, top of the key, dribbles to the right, now down the lane, stops, outside the pass to Jada Dale. Dale backing down and now circling back outside to Saul Frank. Saul Frank with the dribble on the right wing into the corner to Rossworm. Baseline drive, spins on the low block, double teamed, gets a shot up anyway, and scores it with the left hand. Vanessa Rossworm makes it a 13-point Norwell lead. Here's Baxter. Baxter, a kick out to Hurdle up top. Tonkel got a look, a three, and it's short. Rebound to Saul Frank of Norwell. 4.5 minutes left. 50-37. Knights the lead and the ball. Rossworm left open at 3, didn't take it. Instead dribbles down the lane, pulls up for a 10-footer, and drops it in. Vanessa Rossworm starring for the Norwell Knights, and they lead it by 15. Baxter just lost the dribble out of bounds. It's turnover. A frustrating night for Addison Baxter. 2 early fouls. took her out of flow, and then a third foul with half a quarter remaining in the second sent her to the bench for the end of the first half. Norwell extended a 6-point lead to 13 at the break and haven't looked back. Inbound backcourt to Rossworm. Rossworm had trouble handling it, but she saves it by throwing it off Columbia City's Olivia Kidd, and Norwell will have another inbound. In the backcourt with 4:14 left, 52-37, the Norwell lead. Inbound to Green. In the backcourt to Rossworm. Rossworm got surprised by Tonko, who stepped in, stole it. Down low, the pass to Kidd, and her layup is no good, but she got pushed from behind by Waldman. And Olivia Kidd, with 4:04 left, is going to go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. But her team is down by 15. Olivia Kidd, a 5'6" senior, short on the first free throw. For Columbia City, you look at some of the seniors: Lainey Ziliak, Leah Hurdle, Olivia Kidd, Addison Baxter, trying to extend their careers. Second free throw no good, but an offensive rebound. Tonkel spins, puts up the shot, and got fouled down low, and I think it's Vanessa Rossworm with the foul. It will put Tonkel to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Still a 52-37 score. We're exactly halfway through our fourth quarter. 4 minutes left. Tonkel good on the first. 52-38. And Isabella Swineford checks in for the Norwell Knights. Olivia Green will sit down. Second free throw for Tonkel. That's too strong. And the rebound goes to Addison Norris of Norwell. Oh, she gave a spin move that left one of the players on the deck, and Norris gets an open look at a three and makes it count at the other end. Addison Norris, a triple to give Norwell a 17-point lead. Baxter looks for the answer. Her three no good. Swineford goes above the crowd to get the rebound, and then had it stripped away by Tonkel. Tonkel at the basket, goes up strong, didn't get it, and on the carom it goes out of bounds, and it was last touched by Columbia City. So Norwell gets it with a 17-point lead and 3:31 left. And that little sequence by Addison Norris with the spin move in the backcourt that left a Columbia City player with some broken ankles. And then the three, when they got into the front court, could have just locked it up for the Knights. And the ball gets free in the Norwell front court. Norwell jumps on it, calls timeout. 3:23 remaining, and a 55-38 lead for the Norwell Knights over Columbia City. With a timeout in the action, we'll take a break. You're listening to the semi-state championship game in Class 3A from Huntington North High School. Presented by Parkview Sports Medicine on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. It's starting to look like the Norwell Knights are going to get a chance at a return trip to Indianapolis to play for a Class 3A state championship. They lead at 55-38 over Columbia City with 3:23 left. Meanwhile, in the South 3A semi-state, Greensburg has a 53-46 lead over Roncalli, end of the third quarter. Inbound for Norwell out of the timeout. A pass into the backcourt has to be chased down by Rossworm. She gets to it right at the baseline and then falls out of bounds. A turnover for Norwell. A 17-point lead for the Knights. Inbound for Baxter. Goes in the corner to Tonkel, back to Baxter. She drives all the way to the basket. Left-handed layup is good with a foul. The foul is on Saltrank. And Addison Baxter a chance at a three-point play with 3:17 remaining that could cut it to 14. Got it. 55-41. Rossworm backcourt, still man-to-man pressure, and they're going to foul Rossworm. That's only the second foul of the quarter on Columbia City, so they're still a long way from sending Norwell to the free throw line, but Olivia Kidd just reached in and basically grabbed Rossworm. It's her third foul, second on the team in the quarter. On the fifth foul, they'll shoot 2. Inbound backcourt, pressure, and they get it in to Vanessa Rossworm. One-on-one, she'll cross the timeline, dribble down the right side of the lane, and at the elbow, kick outside to Waldman. And Waldman, as she dribbles around the arc, starts to take it down the lane and gets hacked on the arm. A foul on Columbia City, and that is the fifth foul, or the third foul on Columbia City. And that foul, the third foul on Anissa Tonkel.
Nice ball on the baseline.
Norwell leads 55-41, and a pass to the wing is wide of Salfrank, and that turns it over. So Columbia City trying to score in bunches as we go under 3 minutes to play. They are down by 14. Tonkel, left corner triple, no, and that's the shots that have to fall if Columbia City is going to mount any kind of comeback. On the rebound, a tie-up. The arrow does point to Columbia City. Baxter is going to be the trigger on this inbound. Throws it into Tonkel, right back to Baxter. Baxter double teamed on the arc, keeps the dribble alive all the way to the right, and then a reach in on Salfrank. And that's going to put Baxter to the free throw line. That's the 6th team foul on Norwell here in the fourth quarter. So Columbia City, will shoot free throws the rest of the way. Still a foul to give for the Eagles. 55-41, and the first free throw is no good by Addison Baxter. It stays a 14-point Norwell lead. 2:43 left. Second free throw is true. Nothing but net. 55-42. Inbound, backcourt, Williamson to Waldman, back to Williamson, down low to Swineford. Swineford's shot is rejected big time out of bounds as Tora Holler came over and swatted it into the front row by the Norwell student section. Students are positioned underneath each basket. Norwell shooting in front of their students here in the fourth quarter. Inbound to Salfrank, and a reach-in foul is called on Columbia City's Lainey Ziliak. That is the fourth team foul, so now Norwell will shoot on the ensuing fouls.
Number 10, Lainey Ziliak.
2 minutes, 33 seconds left. One team goes on to a state championship. The other team will forever remember this night for the what-ifs. Drive in the lane, Salfrank, layup good for Macy Salfrank. 57-42 Norwell. Front court, Columbia City. Tonkel left wing, and the pass up top is kicked by Vanessa Rossworm. So Columbia City will have to inbound it. 2:19 left. 57-42. It is Norwell in front. Baxter outside to Tonkel. Extra pass in the corner to Ziliak. She misses the three, but an offensive rebound. Baxter, she drives, gets contact at the basket. Didn't get the layup, but she will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair with 2:06 remaining. Norwell leads 57-42. And two more free throws coming for Addison Baxter, and the first one is good. 57-43. Make the free throw, set up the full court press, try to get a quick steal. Got it. 57-44, and here comes the full court pressure. And the inbound, trapped in the corner, Salfrank, but she finds Waldman. Now Waldman on the dribble gets into the front court. Drops the pass back to Salfrank. Salfrank on the dribble. Outside to Dale. Dale all the way left to right along the arc and gives on the right side to Waldman. Now it goes back to Rossworm. And it's Salfrank. A three. No. Long rebound taken by Columbia City. Minute 40 left. Here comes Baxter. She'll take it all the way to the basket. Score it and get fouled. Nobody stopped ball. Baxter just took it all the way right to the rim and induced some contact. She's got a chance to make it a 10-point game with 1:38 left. 57-46. And the foul was the third of the game on Jada Dale of Norwell. Baxter's free throw misses right. Baxter chases it to the corner, and it's tipped out of bounds off Norwell. Columbia City will inbound baseline near the corner. They're down 11. Inbound to Tonkel. Tonkel to Baxter, but a bad pass and a hand on it for Swineford, and the ball goes to the deck. It's tied up, and the arrow points to Norwell. 1:31 to play. 57-46. Norwell in front, and now the Knights to inbound. There's a bad pass, and it's stolen near midcourt by Baxter. Baxter down the lane. Little Euro step. Looked like she traveled. Came to a jump stop. Looked like she moved both feet, but they'll give her the bucket. It's down to a 9-point game, and then a 5 count gives it back to Columbia City. 1:18 still to play. It's a 9-point game, and the Eagles are going to get the ball and inbound it under the basket. After the score by Baxter, Norwell couldn't get the ball in. And we're going to have a timeout called. Columbia City will take it. With 1:18 to play, Norwell trying to ice this one away, but Columbia City won't quit. 57-48. You're listening to the Class 3A Semi-State Championship on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. Final in Class 2A, Rensselaer Central has defeated Eastside 55-42. Meanwhile, under 3 minutes left in the South 3A Semi-State, Greensburg a 10-point lead over Roncalli. And on the inbound, it's off Columbia City, and it goes out of bounds. And so Norwell will take over with 1:17 remaining and a 57-48 Norwell lead. All-out pressure. And Salfrank made the catch, but as she pivoted to make a pass back, she stepped on the sideline, and Norwell gets it right back to Columbia City. Only 2 seconds went off the clock. Eagles to Baxter. Right wing, Ziliak. Corner to Tonkel. Back to Ziliak. She could have shot. She won't. Down to 1:05. They've got opportunities. They're going to have to hit a 3. Somebody's got to be willing to take the shot, and the pass deflected and out of bounds off Norwell, and we're down to 59.4 seconds. Columbia City looked a little gun shy on that possession. Now they'll inbound, foul line extended on the near sideline. The ball goes into Baxter. Baxter won't be gun shy. She'll drive and score the layup. 55 seconds. We're down to a 7-point game, 57-50. Inbound backcourt goes to Salfrank. She dribbles across the timeline. Still on the dribble. And throws across court to Norris. They got to foul somebody, and Norris drives, throws up a wild shot, but there's contact and a foul on Columbia City. And I think Addison Baxter has just fouled out. And the Columbia City fans not at all happy about Addison Baxter having her high school career come to an end on that type of call. 41 seconds left. Baxter out of the game for Columbia City, and it's a 7-point game with Norwell going to the free throw line. It's Addison Norris, the 5'7" junior, to shoot 2. And the first one, no good. Now the question is, who is going to be willing to take the shots for Columbia City? Second free throw, and it's also no good. Long rebound, chased down. Rossworm almost got to it, but not quite. Couldn't keep her feet in. And so the ball will go to Columbia City with 40.1 seconds, a 7-point game. Addison Baxter out of the contest with 5 fouls. Here's Kidd. giving it to Ziliak. Down low, they go to Holler. She'll shoot and miss from in close. Battle for the rebound is tied up. The arrow keeps it with Columbia City. 27.4 seconds. Coming into the game, Isabel Miller, a 5'8 freshman. No, they took a timeout. She came in because she was high-fiving the players, trying to cheer them on. So we've got a timeout with 27.4 seconds. It's a full timeout, so we'll go ahead and take a break. It's Norwell leading at 57-50 over the Columbia City Eagles with 27.4 seconds left. This is the semi-state championship. 3A North from Huntington North High School, presented by Parkview Sports Medicine on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. It's a night that's going to be remembered by Columbia City Eagles fans as the night that Addison Baxter got in foul trouble with a trip to Indianapolis on the line. Addison Baxter is fouled out of the game, and now Columbia City inbounds. Ziliak takes the three, but got it blocked, and Norwell comes away with the ball underneath. Swineford gets fouled, and Isabella Swineford, a 6-foot sophomore, 6 for 9 on the season at the charity stripe, is going to shoot 2. With her team up by 7 with 22.9 seconds left. A packed house at Huntington North for this Class 3A semi-state championship, and Swineford misses the first free throw. That's 3 straight misses at the foul line for Norwell. Having trouble putting away the Columbia City Eagles. 22.9 seconds left, and the lead is 8 as Swineford hits the second free throw. 58-50. Quickly front court, and a bad pass over the head of Ziliak in the left corner and out of bounds. 18.7 seconds before Norwell can celebrate. And we've got a sub as Leah Hurdle is going to come into the game for Lainey Ziliak. Columbia City holding out hope. They need to get a steal. Waldman gets the inbound to Dale, and it goes off Tonkel out of bounds. It stays Norwell ball. But the clock goes down to 17.8 seconds. Norwell to inbound backcourt. They get the inbound to Salfrank, reaching in and fouling immediately Tora Holler. And Macy Salfrank will shoot 2 with 16.9 seconds left. Norwell up 8. 58-50. First free throw for Salfrank is good. 59-50. Ziliak checks back in. They want her out there for a 3-point shooting. Second free throw for Salfrank, and that's good. 60-50. Last 15 seconds. In the front court, Tonkel drives, splits defenders, forced up a shot, didn't get it. Rebound Norwell. And in the backcourt, Dale is fouled by Tora Holler. 7.3 seconds, and now the celebration begins for the fans who've made the trip in from Ossian. Jada Dale is the one to the free throw line for the Knights, who lead it by 10 with 7.3 seconds. She's shooting 2. And the first one is good. Dale, an 83% free throw shooter. And now you've got players just coming into the game to recognize seniors for their final walk-off to the bench. And there's plenty of hugs and tears for Columbia City. Thought maybe in 3A this was their year. Second free throw's no good. Here comes Tonkel. Front court, Holler. Holler outside to Knitter. Missed the shot, or no, they'll give it to her. A three-pointer is good at the horn, but that's our final. And the Norwell Knights are going back to Indianapolis, back-to-back state championship game appearances for the Norwell Knights as they win the Class 3A North Semi-State here at Huntington North with a final score of 61-53. We will go ahead and take a timeout. We'll come back and wrap it up here at Huntington North. And then we'll return you to regular programming. But we will come back for a brief post-game after a quick timeout. Norwell, your semi-state champions. We'll tell you who they're going to play and try to give you a scoreboard of some of the games of interest in the semi-state here this evening. 61-53, the final. The Knights over the Eagles. And you're listening to the Class 3A Semi-State Championship from Huntington North High School. Presented by Parkview Sports Medicine on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM.